If you think about the last few years, it's been very, very volatile in terms of our marketplace. Rewind the clock back to 2008, where you had the kind of the financial meltdown. All of a sudden, overnight, you saw rates dropping, you saw carriers going out of business, and now you fast forward 6 years later, and the pendulum has definitely swung back in favor to the carriers. And so as a result of that, what we have in the marketplace today is a very tight capacity marketplace. Costs are going up, carrier capacity is tight, and there's some fundamental issues in the marketplace that just haven't changed. You have an aging workforce where the driver population is getting older, younger individuals just aren't interested in truck driving jobs as an occupation long term. And you have the economy improving. So as the economy improves and there's other opportunities to do jobs that are outside the transportation industry, many truck drivers vacate the industry and go to those better jobs where they can be home more often. One of the big things that you need to do is really try to develop long-term relationships with carriers. I think that the strategy historically has been, well, if I do a procurement event every year, I'll change out my carriers, and some of my carriers will leave, and I'll put new carriers in their place. And not to say that you don't have some of that happening, but for the most part, the best strategy today is really trying to build a long-term relationship with a carrier to truly understand what they need to drive their business forward and to make sure that they're a profitable carrier. And so really what you need to do is you need to identify where are there places in the carrier's network that they may be struggling to get backhauls or reduce empty miles, and how do I, as a shipper, partner with that particular carrier. So are there places where I can support building a more sustainable relationship with that carrier that drives a better bottom line for that carrier and more likely results in that carrier's capacity being made available to me on a day-to-day basis as a shipper. There's literally thousands and thousands of carriers out there in the marketplace that you could potentially do business with. So the key is to really identify who are the carriers that are truly complementary to my business and I'm truly complementary to them. We can also leverage the network to identify who are shippers that we ought to partner with. So we have a whole program called Green Lanes, where you as a shipper can look at what are the other shippers in the lean logistics network that have lanes and places where our freight is complementary to each other. And that's part of the power of the network. So we can go into our network, as an example, and identify for shippers carriers that are moving freight in opposite but complementary directions to their business.